Alright, so we're going to be doing the 9.1 notes of sequences and factorials. And then, so pretty much, you're finding the first four terms of the sequence. So you're given an equation, and then you have an n. Okay. So you're going to plug n with the first, find the first four terms. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So pretty much it's 3 times 1 minus 2 would equal 1. And that's how you find an. So then you plug in 2 for n, so you have 3 times 2, which is 6, minus 2, which is 4. And the next one, you got 3 times 3, keep going down, minus 2, which is 7, and then finally 3 times 4, minus 2, which is 10. So then we'll do another one of these over here. So now the n's for an exponent. So you'll do 3 plus negative 1 parentheses to the first power. So 3, so 1 to the first power is negative 1. So it's virtually 3 minus 1 would equal 2. And then we'll go down here and just keep going through. So you keep going until you get 4 for 4 terms. So we'll do the fourth one. So you do 3 plus negative 1 parentheses to the fourth power. And negative 1 to the fourth power is 1, so it's just 3 plus 1 would equal 4. And then when you have your 4 terms, you put them as in like commas. So you have 1, then 4, 7, and 10. Then you have 1, 4, 7, and 10, then circle it. Alright, so for this, you're given the first 4 terms, and then you find out what equation fits in with all of these. So you're still putting in 1, 2, 3, 4 for n to find the first 4 terms, but you already have the first 4 terms. So for the first term would equal 1. So then you have 2 times 1, which equals 2, minus 1 would equal 1. So then you just pretty much plug all of these numbers, plug your 1, 2, 3, and 4 into this equation, and then once it equals all of these terms, then you found the right equation. And so that's what you'll do for this one and this one too. You're pretty much just describing the pattern, finding out the pattern, and then making sure that it works. Alright, and for this one, you're going to use the recursive formula. So you already know that A1, which is right here, equals 15. So then in here, you have AK plus 1. So you already know you're given, so that's AK. So then AK plus 1 would equal your given, which is 15, plus 3. So then you just find it all out. So you do 15 plus 3, which equals 18, would be your second term. And then you do your second term, which is 18, you're given, plus 3, which is 21. So virtually you're just adding 3 every single time from your given, which is 15.
Okay, following after Joel, we're going to plug in the numbers for n. So when it says list the first 5 terms, all you're going to do is plug in 1 in for n, 2 in for n, all the way to 5. So in doing so, you get these numbers right here. And then when it says factorial expression with this unit, this little I looking exclamation point, when it says 8 with that symbol, all it means is you're timesing 8 times 7 times 6 all the way to timesing 1. So with the 2, it would just be 2 times 1. But with 6, it'd be 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Now you can plug these in the calculator, or you can do them by hand and cancel out like here. So 8, you do 8 on top, and then 2, you write out 2. There's my 2. And I'll separate it with parentheses. And then there's my 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, you can cancel out. Doing so, I got 28. You also can do the same thing, getting 2. Now you can use it by doing n. And you're always subtracting, so you're always getting lower. So on top, we would have n, and then we'd have n minus 1, then n minus 2, then n minus 3. Bottom, we'd have n minus 1, n minus 2, and so on. And then they start to cancel. Eventually, they will equal n. Now we're going to look at the summation notation. So here, the top number is what we're going to, and this is what we're plugging into. And this, all this symbol means is we're adding. Okay, now here you plug in 1 into I, so then you get 3. And the sum just means you're adding each term. So 2, so 3 times 2 is 6. So you're really adding 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 equals 45. Here, it's saying K is 3. So now you plug in 3 for K. But you're doing 6 terms. So the first one is squared. And then you do cubed, fourth, fifth, all the way to 6. Now at the bottom, there's the infinity. So it's saying n is 1. So now you're plugging into n, all the way to infinity. But if you can simplify actually, and you know this would be 0.3, you know this would be hundredths, 0.03, and this would be thousands, 0.003. So then you know just be repeating the threes, which is also equal to 1/3.
All right, so now I'm going to explain notes 9.5, which is the binomial theorem. Okay, so we'll go down here, and pretty much what you're doing is you have x plus y to the 5th. So then you go to this, which is Pascal's triangle, and you'll go down to the 5th term. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your numbers will be 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. Okay? So now you go down and you'll write out your 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. Okay. So what you're doing is you're starting from the top up here, and you have x to the 5th, which is right here written, and then you're virtually just going down. So then you have x to the 5th right here, x to the 4th, because you're going down, right here, x to the 3rd, x to the 2nd, and then x. So now you're going to have y, you're going to start all the way at the bottom. So then you're going to have y to the 5th, and you're going to go up from there, y to the 4th, y to the 3rd, y to the 2nd, and then y. So now we'll go down here, and we're just going to redo all of them. Okay, we're just going to redo all of these again. So now you have x plus y to the 6th. So now we're going to go over here. We go down to our 6 terms. So you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. Okay, so now we go down here. You have 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, and 1. So now, like I said, you're going to start at the top. So you have x to the 6th. And then you have x to the 5th. X to the 4th. So pretty much you're just going to be going down. Oh, sorry. As you go down. So now we're going to start at 1 again, and we're going to work our way up with y. So now we have y to the 6th, y to the 5th, and just like x, you're just going to go up. Y to the 3rd, y to the 2nd, and then y. So pretty much it's just a big, huge pattern. As you start with x to the 6th, you go down from the numbers that you get from the Pascal triangle. You go all the way down, and then you start with y, and then work your way up.
So now we have, for 9.5 notes, the Pascal's triangle. And it's saying, use the 7th row, this is the 7th row, to solve for binomial coefficients for x plus y to the 8th. Well, now we need the 8th row because an 8. So now all we do is add these. So this is 1, and that's 1, of course. This equals 8, this equals 28, this equals 56, this equals 70, 56, 28, and 8. So now we write those terms out in order. I like to go down, and you do exactly what we did for these, except we'll have more terms. Now it's saying write the expansion for the expression. So let's go ahead and do that. So 3, so you look at 1, 2, 3, and we're using this. So 1, 3, 3, 1. So it'll be x to the 3rd, x to the 2nd, and x. And we'll start from bottom. 1 to the 3rd, 1 to the 2nd, and 1. Now it's saying that write the expansion. So you start from top to bottom. So you come up with, and the numbers you multiply across. So you have x to the 3rd plus 3x squared plus, so yeah, 3x 1 to the second is 1. 3x. 1 to the third is still 1 plus 1. And there is your answer. Now you do the same thing for E and F. Although these are looking at the fourth, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, which would be this column. Now it's saying find the sixth term for A plus 2B to the 8th. So here's our new 8th row. So let's say we'd write that out. So 1, 8, 28, 56, 70, 56, 28, 8, 1. It's saying find the sixth term. So you look at it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is your sixth term. So you could write it out starting with A to the 8th, A to the 7th, A to the 6th, A to the 5th, A to the 4th, finally A to the 3rd. You don't have to keep going because you know you're solving for the 6th. Now you start from 2B. 2B to the 8th, 2B to the 7th, 2B to the 6th, 2B to the 5th. You don't need to keep going because you're only solving for the 6th term. Now multiply across. So all this is being multiplied together. So you start with 56, A to the 3rd, timesing it by 2 to the 5th is 32, B to the 5th. 56 times 32, I'll have to use my calculator for that. And then you combine terms, so A 3rd, B 5, and hold on, just had to pause to use my calculator, and 56 times 32 is 1,792. So that is your sixth term, and that is how you do 9.5.